we should expect possible infections of flu and C-19 to spread out in the coming weeks. In fact, the CDC has already announced that there's an urgent need to boost vaccine coverage. Now, I know how some of you guys feel about having mandated jabs pushed onto you by the federal government, and I also understand that a lot of people lost their jobs because of this. Not cool. And if you think about it, a lot of Americans were affected. A lot of people. You got small businesses, troops, children. I mean, we're all still kind of like feeling the ill effects of the health crisis even to this very day. And that's exactly the reason why I want you guys to be updated and to be able to keep track of these things. And it's also why it's best that you watch this video to the end.
Flu and COVID infections on the rise as we head into the holidays. Health officials warn it could get worse in the coming weeks, fueled by holiday gatherings and low vaccination rates. 23 states, along with New York City and Washington, D.C., are reporting high or very high levels of influenza. And emergency room visits for the flu and COVID are also on the rise. Lilia Luciano shares what you can do to help keep your family safe.
We're going to listen right underneath Spider-Man here, okay?
5-year-old Winston Evans is getting a checkup after his mother got the flu.
We were planning on hosting a bunch of people at our house for Christmas Eve and had to push that to New Year's, and so that's been really frustrating.
Does your throat hurt?
No.
His pediatrician, Dr. Jennifer Shu, says her practice in Atlanta has seen a recent increase in patients with respiratory illnesses.
We suddenly got slammed with flu about a week ago. It seems to be a lot higher, a lot faster and earlier in the season than I'm used to.
So this message is becoming much more clearly this time around, guys. This is as we enter the new year with the narrative extended by multiple weeks. And so this means that it gives us plenty of time now to go ahead and get jabbed. Now, I understand that we all have different points of views when it comes to these vaccines. I respect that. And y'all know where I stand on that. But all I want to do is get this information out to you guys that, that way you have everything that you need regarding what's happening, because we never know what might happen next. And before we even get to the WHO and the CDC, I just want to go ahead and ask you guys first. Are you concerned at all about all of these different respiratory illnesses that just keep conveniently popping up every year, or at least right before every election year? Comment 1 if you guys are worried about it, and comment 2 if you just think it's not a big deal. And while you guys decide on that, don't forget to hit the like button for the video and keep yourself in the know by subscribing to the channel and turning on all notifications. And of course, if you own a home, make sure your home is protected. Get your free home warranty quote. There's a link in the description down below this video. It only takes about 10 seconds. Now, guys, if we were to ask the CDC and the WHO, we would probably get mixed reactions, because they're telling us that we should get these boosters, right? But in the same light, they're also telling us that there's a chance that this new variant can evade our immune system. So which is it? Well, here's something that's truly alarming when it comes to this variant, right? So the World Health Organization says that it is a variant of interest, meaning that they're probably keeping an eye on these different cases that, just keep going up and up and up. It's actually now at a point where almost half of the C-19 cases here in the country are made up of this JN1 variant. Now, again, the idea is that this new variant avoids our immune system and, kind of like imagine a virus that's so smart that it can invade our immune system, and it only strikes during election years. So stupid. I know. It's a joke. I'm just kidding. But I mean, it lines up, right? Doesn't it? And just for the sake of avoiding getting suppressed even further, I'm kidding about the election part, okay?
This new strain, which is a subvariant of Omicron, you can think of it as a grandchild of Omicron, shares some characteristics with Omicron. It's very highly contagious. It seems to be outrunning some of the other variants and becoming dominant. But there are two good things about it. One, it's not producing more severe disease. And number two, the laboratory studies would indicate that our currently updated COVID vaccine does provide protection against severe disease caused by this variant. And that's very, very good. Now, these vaccines will not provide excellent protection against milder disease. And by milder, what we mean is not needing hospitalizations, but you could be kind of miserable for 3 or 4 days. But protection against hospitalization, intensive care unit admission, protection against dying. What's wrong with that?
It makes you think, right? What is wrong with that? Well, here's something that they don't want you to know about. The boosters for this year were targeted at the XBB.1.5 strains, and that the WHO declined an update to the vaccine's recipe that would have been targeted towards the fast-spreading JN.1. So I want to go ahead and check with you guys if we're seeing the same thing here. They want Americans who, let's be honest, are already tired of getting jabs every few months or so, right? I don't even like needles, I'm gonna be honest with you. But they want Americans to get an updated vaccine to fight a C19 variant that the booster isn't even made for. That doesn't sound alarming to you, does it? But what's also alarming is that the symptoms that they've provided for this new variant is actually similar to one that you'd normally feel if they had the common cold. I mean, look at this. You got fever, cough, sore throat, runny nose, headache, muscle aches, stuff that you would feel if you had a cold, right? Maybe even the flu. I guess with the difference of brain fog or feeling less aware of things around you, and of course the gastrointestinal issues, but it then opens up the question mark, right? What do I have? Is this a flu? Is it a cold? Is it RSV? Is it the new C19 variant? Because I'm pretty sure that the White House is also watching this unfold, and they're probably worried. Why? Well, the health crisis, it reached its peak during the Biden administration. How are people going to react this time around if he's the president and another spike comes around? You see where I'm going with this, right? And with all of the stuff that's happening right now, I need to let you guys know about some stuff that's going on abroad too when it comes to this variant. In parts of India, they're already back to masking. The logic, according to health experts there, is that prevention is better than the cure. I think Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger
Currently, there are around 2,300 active cases of COVID-19 in the country. The upsurge is due to COVID JN1 variant. There is no need to panic.
So basically saying that the pandemic era mandates need to be brought back with or without a national emergency. So this could mean lockdowns, this could mean vaccines, remote learning, and of course, masks. I think it was just some time ago, when we heard that New Jersey's largest hospital systems return mask mandates along with some other school districts. So no, it's not impossible to see this happen here too. And this brings me to how this affects all of us. You see, they're not warning us about holidays anymore. At least they're not confining it to just that. They're warning that this could go weeks into 2024. What's telling us that it's not going to last much longer than that? And again, this is based off the information that they're sharing with us. And my job here is to keep you guys in the loop, to keep you informed, because you and I both know that we cannot be caught off guard. Never again, guys. But what are your thoughts on this? Is this new variant something that we really need to worry about? Or will it miraculously be solved just before the November 2024 election? Make sure you guys share your thoughts with me down in the comment section down below. And before I go, just want to thank y'all for hanging out. Keep safe, and I'll see you on the next video.